Hello guys, what's up? Moses here, and today I'd like to talk with you about the build I've been running since yesterday. I made this monk yesterday, but it's been on, the Uliana's monk, it's been on since like forever pretty much. And yeah, season 4 and all that. I just got into doing it today, and a lot of people have been asking me on the stream, so I thought I'll record a video and let you guys see what I'm farming with. So basically, Uliana's monk, seven-sided strike monk. Things are getting one-shotted. This build is kind of broken. Just kills everything with just one button. This little button. There you go. The set. Every third hit with your spirit generators applies exploding palm. A second set bonus. Seven-sided strike deals the total damage with each hit. So instead of 5.7%, 5.7k percent weapon damage over 7 strikes, each hit is 5.7k percent weapon damage. And the 7-sided strike detonates your exploding palms. You'll need Gongo gear for that to apply exploding palm whenever enemy explodes. Whenever an enemy explodes with exploding palm, just like chain reaction with exploding palm. Madstone, seven-sided strike, applies exploding palm. So whenever you do that, you'll have exploding palm. Each exploding palm will deal 6.3k percent weapon damage to enemies around it, and you won't even have to apply it because the seven-sided strike will do that with the Madstone. Pretty simple. I'm using Ingeom with strength because that's the only one I have right now. Ingeom to drop cooldown reduction. Cooldown reduction is pretty big for the build. Initially, you have 14 seconds cooldown on this, but yeah, it's somewhere about 2 seconds in the end that you have to wait between each one of these seven-sided strike. Lion's Claw, seven-sided strike, performs an additional seven-sided strike. So it's a 14-sided strike. It's kind of broken, and yeah. Using Binding of the Lost for damage reduction, each hit with the seven-sided strike reduces damage by 3 point whatever, 3.5 I think is max, yeah. So I got a 3.1% belt. It doesn't matter. You use it because it complements the build and it gives you damage reduction for a few seconds, for 7 seconds after you use seven-sided strike. So you constantly get damage reduction from that. Yeah, I got a wizard amulet. It's just like cold, my best cold amulet. It's a wizard amulet. Like I said, I made this build yesterday, and I just use it to farm keys. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Focus with strength. One with, of course, with intelligence. One without intelligence. This is actually one that I found with 48 crit damage, and I rolled crit chance on it. Just looking forward to find the focus with Dex and also in Geom with Dex. That's pretty much when it comes to the items. In the cube, what you have is Ring of Royal Grandeur, so you'll be able to, well, so you'll be able to not equip the helm. You could also use the Uliana's helm. This one, I found that one. So you could use the Uliana's helm, but I don't want to use it because I want to be able to have Nemesis bracers, right? So a lot of people run like this, and then they use Madstone because of the seven-sided strike to apply Exploding Down. That's very, very powerful. And then instead of Ring of Royal Grandeur, they use, there you go, Convention of Elements. I don't like it because I'm only running Torment 8, Torment 9 Rifts, and I just farm keys with this build because it's really, really, really fast. So I always want Nemesis Bracers to spawn an additional Elite Pack. I think it's very strong, and it makes the run a lot smoother because killing an Elite Pack procs in Geom. Even with only 8 seconds, I mean, it's still pretty good. You get all your cooldowns. This Ingeom proc doesn't have to be 8 to 10. It doesn't have to be 10. It just needs to have good damage. It doesn't even need to have Dex. This build is so broken. I'm going to show you. And yeah, and the Flow of Eternity, which reduces the cooldown of 7-sided strike by 60%. Ridiculous. On the build, wherever you can, which means gloves, shoulders. That's it. And of course, helm with the gem. You get cooldown reduction. So this will be pretty much the optimal stats to roll. Crit damage, crit chance, and cooldown reduction. You want exploding palm, exploding palm. You don't have to have it on the helm. I was running with this before I had this Madstone. I was running with this helm. Even without exploding palm, stuff still blew up. Seven-sided strike does a lot of damage in the palms. I mean, this 15% additional doesn't do too much. Does definitely help, but it's really whatever. The build is just so strong and broken. You don't even need like co-elemental damage or whatever. You don't even need ancient stuff. Like seriously, this build is really really broken. Even without ancient items, you could still pretty easily do T7, T8. I mean, really. Um, Monk is just really broken this season. So yeah, let's go through the build, the actual build. The one that I use is here. This is just a filler. You can use any spirit generator, doesn't matter. Use whatever. It really does not matter. Just randomly take a little, yeah, just randomly throw something. It doesn't matter. Why doesn't it matter? Because it doesn't. I only use a generator so I could proc the focus or from the Bastion Will set, right? The 50%. So the first half doesn't matter which one. I'm using Breaking Wave. Enemies hit by Crippling Wave take 10% additional damage from all attacks for 3 seconds. Make a difference? Absolutely not. Because you don't even hit you just one click once, 10%. It's whatever. It's really it doesn't matter. Just to proc the focus restraint, and there you go. With the fallen star to add some movement speed. After you dash, that's your teleport. Basic. Desert Shroud. Uh, to get you spirits and for damage reduction. Epiphany, Impending Doom. Again, you don't use it. Seven-sided strike applies it automatically. Some movement speed on your mantra, and additional damage increase, annihilation. That's pretty much it. When it comes to passives, additional damage by momentum, near-death experience, because sometimes you do die. Especially since I stream and I look at the chat sometimes, there's a molten or grotesque explosion. Sometimes it kills me. So I got NDE here. Harmony, because it's OP, and you want the all resist, and that's the way to get all resist on your monk. Beacon of Itar, because this build is very, very heavy cooldown based. And if you have a Hellfire Amulet, whatever you think that complements the build. Determination, for example, is a good example. I bet you can find other passives that will complement the build. If you have a Hellfire Amulet, definitely not compulsory, not must have. It just helps a little bit if you already have it, but don't craft a Hellfire Amulet, especially for the build. Especially because you don't want to use a lot of crafting materials on this build. Make sure to, because it's not meta for your solo pushing or for groups or for anything really, but it's only good for for farming keys, and it really could be very basic if you're low on crafting mats and stuff. So yeah, this is the build. I'm not gonna do a full rift because it's kind of a like you want to see me farm rift and you want to watch game. Oh no, I got a cave. Really? No. Like you really want to have monsters and have things blow up, but of course you always get caves in this fucking game. So there we go. Oh my god, these caves. Let's just make a new one. There you go. Loading screen OP. This is very awkward. Alright. There you go. Let's go. Greater Rift. This is a normal Nephilim Rift. T8. Easy peasy. Just for the keys. Okay, there's nothing really good about that one either. Boggins and Bogats. Come on. Wait, I think this sounds a little too loud. Maybe. So basically, yeah, you kill Elite Pack, you get in Geom procs, and then you have infinite dashing strike, and then you can kill more Elite Packs, and just pick up the loot, get all these globes, and kill more and more stuff. More Elite Packs, awesome. When you have the in Geom proc, that means that 7-sided strike will have like a 1 second cooldown, so you can literally spam it, and you can see for yourself this build is very, very, very broken. And yeah, you can teleport through walls, and it's very, very smooth. As opposed to an actual teleport of a wizard that gets stuck in everything, it seems. Yeah, whenever you're kind of low on spirit, you want to use your Desert Shroud to give you spirit, because you don't really use your generator to generate spirit, even though it's a generator. You don't use it for spirit. You just use it for. I actually very, very funny. I really did not want to complete a whole rift, but this is so fast. I might as well get the key and finish the video with the Greater Rift Guardian, right? Yeah, let's do that. Let's kill one. So what was I saying? I don't know. I was saying something about something. You don't want to use. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Oh yeah, your Desert Shroud. It generates your spirit, right? So whenever you're kind of like low on spirit, you use Desert Shroud to generate it. And whenever you kill elite packs, Desert Shroud drops the cooldown, right? So it comes back even faster. So you could, like, if you have enough elite packs, you can have infinite everything pretty much. You just need to have. See, I'm gonna kill this pack and see, just drop by whatever seconds, 15 seconds. Oh, that's kind of big. And as long as you have elite packs or goblins, there's a goblin. I heard it. Whenever you have a goblin or elite packs. By the way, the funniest thing in this is a goblin rift. With this, there you go. It's just like so ridiculously fast. When there's a goblin rift, you just like one click and they all just explode. It's just so silly. Or gelatinous goblin, they die. They don't even move. They just insta die. This build is really, really broken. Very OP. So yeah, you spam your Epiphany and then press T to teleport out so nothing will bother you while Epiphany is on. Rinse and repeat. That's how the last weekend I farmed about, well, actually I had about 80 or something, so I farmed about 300 keys. 355 total here. This is the build. I hope you enjoyed it, and best of luck with your farming. Very fast, very cool. Thank you for watching.